Hey everybody, welcome to Smoky Mountain Knife Works and Chasing History. We're here with Team Turtle, talking about artifacts and history in man's past. Now, we did some good shots at the show in Collinsville, Illinois, but there were a few more questions that we wanted to ask the Turtleman that we really didn't get a chance to. You know, one of the things I was really wondering is we see you on the show and we see you down in these ponds digging around. Have you ever pulled out an arrowhead?
Yes, I have pulled out a giant side notch, solid blue. I had a 35-pound turtle in my hand. I whooped it out on the bank and the mud flipped over a side notch about wide as my hand, long as my hand. It was 6.5 inches long, solid blue. I like passed out. Swear to goodness. And then one time I was catching a turtle out of a hole where a muskrat went in a hole and the turtle went in behind it and it scooped up an arrowhead just sitting right there. And one time I was turtle hunting and a girl was wanting to find an arrowhead, so I was sitting on 3 turtles in a pond in October. And I told the girl to come here and said, "You want that arrowhead? Look down." And she looked down. It was right there, right at the edge of the bank of the pond.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was live action. Yay!
Well, what would you choose if you had a turtle in one hand and an arrowhead in the other, and you had to drop one? This is a hard question. What would you choose?
Has to be the arrowhead.
Has to be the arrowhead.
I can always catch the turtle.
There you go.
Turtle ain't getting away no matter what happens.
Have you ever ditched the camera crew to go hunting arrowheads?
Oh yeah. I've had the camera crew, and I'd be over. I'd see them filming Jake.
We've had the film crew.
Yeah.
For arrowheads.
Yeah, but one time, I'd run over an arrowhead hunting, and next thing I know, there they come.
There they come out hunting arrowheads.
Yeah, they found some too. I showed them what to look for. They found some nice ones. Yeah. Arrowhead hunting is the best. It's always, you never know what you're going to find, like these little rocks right here. They got little notches in them. They use them for sinker weights, and they would catch fish with them, even turtles. Back then, you had to use everything as a tool from any kind of stone that you could find, and they would whip it into shape, and I guess we're collecting them today.
So do you think that when they were, catching fish in the nets, which, is what these tools were used for, do you think that they were, catching turtles as well?
Oh yeah, they would catch turtles, gar, any kind of fish, any kind of animal that got into the net. They would just sit there and scoop them up, and these little sinker weights, the net was tied around these little notches to hold it on the bottom, just like you seine minnows today. Almost the same technique. And of course they had
the
stones.
Indians wouldn't waste nothing. If they found a turtle, you better believe they were going to
use it.
Everything was a weapon, everything was a tool, anything they could use, they used it. And there's nothing more I like doing. I was going to make a show about arrowheads and finding arrowheads, but they want me to catch animals instead.
Well, what about turtle-related artifacts? Now, of course, we see a lot of effigy pieces, like within the Mississippian period.
Yes.
A few woodland stuff, but you see turtle effigies as well as other animals. But why do you think they chose turtles, for an effigy?
Well, turtle. If you find anything of a turtle effigy or a turtle pipe, it means that they carried their home on their back, and it means the world to them. Some Indians think it's the turtle holds the world on his back, because he always carries it with him. And sometimes Indians would call themselves the Turtle Tribe because they represented the turtle. That's how they would know each other. One might be the Bird Clan, one might be Snake Clan. Well, these were the Turtle Clan, one be Tree Clan, one be Grass Clan. Back then there wasn't no names like you hear Shawnee, Cherokee, Sioux, Blackfeet. You don't hear that. And, the white man named them these names. Right. So back then they had clan names like Rock Clan, Desert Clan, Dirt Clan, and Turtle Clan. So that's how you get the symbols back in them days. That's how they recognize each other's tribe.
Cool. Now I've got a question for the Turtle Mom here. Now I've picked up and seen these herbs, and I've read a little bit about them. But what these are is I bought out an old grocery store from the 1920s, and in there was these old herbs, and it's stuff like clover top, skull cap, and I did a little research. And what they were saying is that they would, instead of going to the grocery store and getting like pills, you would get your own herbs to mix.
Yeah, that'll help you get well if you were sick and all. I've heard that too.
Have you ever treated Ernie with any kind of herbal remedies or anything like that?
Let me think. Not that I know of.
Yeah. But are you?
His dad must have took her.
Do you remember your parents or grandparents using going out to the woods and getting herbs to use for for medicine? Like you got sick or something like that?
They would try to find them back in the woods, way up, way back in there under big stuff that was in the woods, like rock or anything that they would find.
Well, ginseng, they use ginseng all the time.
Yeah. And ginseng's still popular today. You know,
I've heard of it. I never did that food with it, but my mom and them did.
Yeah.
Ginseng or whatever.
Talk a little louder, Mom, can't hear you. What?
Now,
my ear.
Now, Neil, there was something I wanted to ask you about music. Now, one thing about music, you know, back in these times, you know, if they didn't have all the instruments at hand, they would just kind of, you know, grab what they had at hand to double as a musical instrument.
Buddy, improvisation is the backwoods way, and if you don't have it, you make it. In this case, it was a dual purpose. They'd get soused and then use one of these whiskey jugs as a bass.
So that actually is, so that's where it came from.
That was a bass right there.
That's just shows, you know, people, you know,
So
back
then
then.
I can go the bass and you can play the fiddle?
That's right.
Yeah,
You got people phone out there.
Get
That's good. Now,
He's a ham bone. We haven't figured out what to use him for yet.
but basically it was innovation. They would just use whatever they have. It's kind of like what Jake does. I mean, that's what you do on the show. If a turtle or if a turtle or a critter or whatever, you know, can't be captured, you create and you invent something in order to do the job, just like they did back then.
Just like the Indians with the rocks, or the herbs, or, you know, more modern man with the jug. You know, humans have been using innovation since their existence. You know, going from stones to, you know, whatever they could use to make things easier for themselves. And, you know, with this tool here, this was more for comfort. You know, today,
What is that?
this is a rope tightener for your bed.
Really?
So, like today, if your bed's too hard, you go to Walmart, you get a pillow top, and you put it on top and you sleep on it. If your bed's too soft, you know, there's foam and stuff for that too.
So
Back then, there was a rope bed, and if the bed was too soft, they tighten the ropes up. If it was too hard, they loosen them up. And this is just a stick, I'm sure, that they have picked up, you know, out in the woods, drilled a hole and stuck a stick through it for a little leverage.
Yeah.
And, I mean, just simple.
Buddy, is that what they mean by sleep tight?
Sleep tight, don't let the big bugs bite.
Or the turtle bite. Well, guys, hey, look, we appreciate y'all being on here, and we appreciate you guys sitting with us and doing this with us. So we've had a blast. Look for more videos on our Facebook page at Smoky Mountain Relic Room, also on our YouTube channel at Chasing History. And remember, you know, history is the most important thing that you can ever and will ever study. How do you know where you're going unless you know where you've been? It's in studying and understanding the mistakes of the past that prevent the failures of the future. And Turtle Team, we appreciate it. Can we get a big woohoo? Live action! Live action!